Have you ever felt overwhelmed by anxiety but didn't know how to tell your loved ones? Talking about anxiety can feel daunting, especially when you're not sure how others will react. But sharing your struggles is a crucial step in getting the support you need. In today's video, we're going to dive into practical tips for talking about anxiety with your loved ones, because you shouldn't have to face it alone. If you've ever hesitated to open up, this video is for you. Stick around, and let's make those tough conversations a little easier. 1. Understanding the importance of talking about anxiety. Why it's crucial. Opening up about anxiety is important for several reasons. First, it helps you build a support system. When your loved ones know what you're going through, they can offer help and understanding, making your journey a little less lonely. Secondly, it reduces the stigma around mental health by fostering open and honest conversations. Example, imagine struggling with anxiety alone, feeling misunderstood or unsupported. By talking about it, you give your loved ones a chance to understand your experience, which can lead to more empathy and stronger relationships. Why it matters. Sharing your experiences can lead to a deeper connection with the people you care about. It allows them to see a more vulnerable side of you, which can enhance trust and closeness. 2. Preparing for the conversation. Know what you want to say. Before starting the conversation, it's important to take some time to think about what you want to communicate. This could include explaining what anxiety feels like for you, what triggers it, and how your loved ones can support you. Example, you might start by saying, "I've been feeling really overwhelmed lately, and I think it's important for you to know that I struggle with anxiety. It's not always easy for me to talk about, but I want you to understand what I'm going through." Why it helps. Being clear about what you want to say can reduce the anxiety of the conversation itself. It also helps ensure that you communicate your feelings and needs effectively. Choose the right time and place. Timing and setting are crucial when having sensitive conversations. Choose a quiet, private place where you can talk without interruptions. Make sure both you and your loved one have enough time to talk without feeling rushed. Example, instead of bringing it up in the middle of a busy day, you might say, "I'd like to talk to you about something important. Can we find some time this evening when we're both free?" Why it helps. A calm, unhurried environment makes it easier for both parties to focus on the conversation and respond thoughtfully. Prepare for different reactions. Understand that everyone reacts differently to discussions about mental health. Some might be immediately supportive, while others might need time to process what you've shared. Be prepared for a range of reactions, and try not to take it personally if someone doesn't respond as you hoped. Example, if someone reacts with confusion or denial, you might respond with, "I know this might be surprising, and it's okay if you need time to think about it. I just wanted to share what I've been going through." Why it helps. By preparing for different reactions, you can remain calm and understanding, no matter how the conversation goes. 3. How to effectively communicate your experience. Use I statements. When talking about your anxiety, use I statements to express how you feel without sounding accusatory. This helps keep the conversation focused on your experience rather than making your loved one feel defensive. Example, instead of saying, "You never understand how I feel," try, "I feel really anxious when I'm in large crowds, and sometimes I feel like I can't talk about it." Why it helps. I statements help to take ownership of your feelings and reduce the chances of the conversation turning into an argument. Be honest but gentle. Honesty is key, but it's also important to be gentle in how you present your feelings. Avoid placing blame or making your loved one feel responsible for your anxiety. Focus on explaining your experience and how they can support you. Example, you might say, "Sometimes when I'm really anxious, it's hard for me to focus on conversations. It would really help if we could have some quiet time when I'm feeling that way." Why it helps. Being honest allows your loved ones to truly understand what you're going through, while gentleness helps maintain a positive and supportive dialogue. Explain what anxiety feels like for you. Anxiety can be difficult to understand if you've never experienced it yourself. Take some time to explain what anxiety feels like for you, both physically and emotionally. This can help your loved ones relate to your experience more effectively. Example, you might describe it like this: "When I'm anxious, it feels like my heart is racing and I can't catch my breath. My mind starts spinning with worries that I can't control, even if I know they don't make sense. Why it helps. Describing your symptoms in detail can help your loved ones empathize with your experience and better understand the challenges you face. Set boundaries if needed. It's okay to set boundaries in the conversation, especially if certain topics or questions make you uncomfortable. Let your loved ones know what you're comfortable discussing and what's off limits. Example, you could say, "I'm open to talking about how I'm feeling, but I'd rather not discuss any specific events that triggered my anxiety right now." Why it helps. Setting boundaries helps protect your emotional well-being and ensures that the conversation remains respectful and supportive. 4. Encouraging understanding and support. Ask for what you need. Once you've shared your experience, be clear about what kind of support you need. This could range from just listening when you need to vent to helping you manage stressors in your life. Example, you might say, "It would really help me if, when I'm feeling anxious, you could just listen without trying to fix things." Sometimes, just knowing you're there is enough. Why it helps. Being specific about what you need can help your loved ones support you in the most effective way possible. Be open to their perspective. While it's important to share your experience, it's also helpful to listen to your loved one's perspective. They might have questions or concerns that are worth addressing. Open dialogue can lead to a deeper mutual understanding. Example, if your loved one asks how they can help, take the opportunity to have a two-way conversation. You might respond with, "Thank you for asking. Sometimes I just need a little reassurance or a distraction when my anxiety is high." Why it helps. Listening to their perspective can strengthen your relationship and provide insights into how they can be a better source of support. Provide resources if needed. If your loved ones are unfamiliar with anxiety, offering resources like articles, books, or videos can help them learn more. This can also alleviate some of the pressure on you to explain everything. Example, you might say, "If you want to learn more about anxiety, I found this article really helpful," and share a link or suggest a book. Why it helps. Providing resources empowers your loved ones to educate themselves, which can lead to more informed and supportive conversations in the future. Express gratitude. Finally, express gratitude for your loved one's willingness to listen and support you. A simple thank you can go a long way in reinforcing the positive aspects of your relationship. Example, you could end the conversation by saying, "Thank you for listening and being here for me. It really means a lot to know I have your support." Why it helps. Gratitude reinforces the bond you share and encourages ongoing support and understanding. And that's it. Some practical tips for talking about anxiety with your loved ones. Remember, it's not always easy to open up, but it's a crucial step toward building a support system that understands and cares for you. By preparing for the conversation, communicating effectively, and encouraging understanding, you can make these talks a lot less daunting. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe for more content on mental health and well-being. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself.